So I'm here with Rasheda Ali, the daughter of the great Muhammad Ali. The first thing that I want to ask is, that was October 1, 1975. Were you there, or were you born that time?
Yes, well, I was 5 years old. I don't believe my mom had me here at the fight, but I've heard about this iconic fight because it was one of my dad's favorite, if not his most incredible and most well-respected opponent was Joe Frazier. And this was the trilogy, of course. It was the Joe Frazier Ali trilogy. One of the greatest fights I've ever seen. In terms of the way the fighters have really gone and given all of themselves. And both fighters unanimously said that they were just close to death after this fight was over because they gave so much of themselves during and after the fight.
Obviously, growing up as the daughter, you've been exposed to boxing. When did you become a fan of boxing?
You know, of course, growing up in the boxing world, it's just really, I saw my dad as just one of those guys who really took a lot of time away from us because he was doing this career that he loved so much. But then as I became an adult and started to understand the sacrifice that we made being able to share him with the world, I started to realize that his passion was just so incredible. But it was more than just him as an athlete. My dad used his platform to help so many others become great versions of themselves. He wanted to help and serve other people. So I think my children, Nico, and my oldest son, who's also a fighter, I think they took a lot from their grandfather in terms of not just athletic ability, but also as a humanitarian and ambassador of peace. So when my dad left the ring, of course, I really didn't follow boxing that much, but I am a huge Manny Pacquiao fan. So.
You met Manny?
Of course I did, many times over, and I have mad respect for him, and I really started getting into boxing when Manny stepped into the ring.
Obviously, your father is one of the greatest. When did you realize that he was one of the greatest? Because you're a daughter, but when did you realize that he's not just a regular boxer?
I knew when I was in probably elementary school, which was around kindergarten, first, second grade. I remember my dad went to visit our school, and the whole school stopped. It was an assembly. So I knew it wasn't a normal thing when a student's father comes to school and the teachers stop teaching, and they have an assembly for the whole school. So I knew at that point as a young girl that I didn't have just a regular dad. He was pretty special.
Well, you have a father that's a boxer. Now you have two sons. Usually the parents doesn't want their children boxing. How does it feel? I mean, you're surrounded by boxers. And is that okay with you?
I don't want my kids to box or fight, but I will say that my dad encouraged my sons to fight because I believe they felt that not only just they had the athletic ability physically, but I think that he saw something in them where he thought that they could probably continue his legacy also as a humanitarian as well. So I was upset at Daddy when he gave them the green light to fight, but I'm just going to continue to embrace them and support them and just try to keep them healthy and safe along the way.
Last two questions. You're in Manila. I asked your son what he plans to do after the fight. How about you?
It's very simple. I love Filipino culture. I have a lot of Filipino friends. I've been told to go to the Ali Mall, which was named after my dad after the fight in '75. The food is fantastic. I can't wait to taste the local cuisine here. And I want to get out and see the country. I want to see, because I've never been here before, so I want to see what the country has to offer. So I'm really excited to see, and some of the mosques that are here too. So there's a lot for me to do and see before the fight. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that.
Try to go outside of Manila too. The beaches are really great here. Maybe last message to the Filipino people, the fans, to support your son for his fight.
You know, I'm excited to be here. I'm really blessed that Manny put this, because I'm a huge Manny Pacquiao fan, so I'm so honored that he is making his debut as a promoter. And I want to support him in everything he does, but I also want to show my gratitude to him for even thinking of Nico to be on this very important historical card.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.